Now, if like me, you love stories of the golden age of Hollywood, you're going to love this next clip. This is because I recently met the celebrated actor John Malkovich on the stage of the Garrick Theatre in London, where he was starring in a play. And when you're looking around and finding about topics to talk about, we suddenly found that we had a very common interest in all the old-style movie moguls, people like Louis B. Mayer, Samuel Goldwyn, Harry Cohen and Darryl F. Zanuck. But of course, when we were digging a bit further, John then said, well, actually, he'd been in a movie with the one and only silent star, Lillian Gish. And like me, he was fascinated about how they operated and what it was like back in the golden period of Hollywood. So take a listen at John's description of him appearing and, of course, speaking to the one and only Lillian Gish on camera. I don't mean this rudely at all, but did you think you'd be still doing it? Did you think, I could get a career? Or were you always as an actor thinking, I've got this job, maybe I'll get a next job? You know, are you that sort of actor?
I didn't really think about it at all, to tell you the truth.
So you just sort of thought, oh, well, I'm in this film, but I might get this.
No, I never thought about that. First of all, I did my first film when I was 29, so I was quite old as that happens. And because we had our own company, so there wasn't a worry about would I work, because we were working all the time. We weren't making a living or getting paid, but we worked all the time.
One of your early films, I saw in the cast Lillian Gish. Am I correct? I mean, to the younger generation today, it's hard to imagine she was a colossal star in her day.
Massive star.
You know, as you say, you're a little older than maybe those that start out. Did you get to work with her, meet her, that sort of thing? What was she like?
She was very smart, very sharp. I was just an extra on that film. It was a film of Robert Altman's called The Wedding.
Yeah.
Or A Wedding. The Wedding or A Wedding. Maybe A Wedding. It had a lot of NSYNC people in it. Most especially memorable, though, to me, were Vittorio Gassman, the great Italian actor who was in it, and Lillian Gish, who I remember one time they were doing some, I think it was a little photo session or some kind of little thing or something. She really objected to a low-angle camera and was basically like, shut up, raise the camera and do your thing and walk away. There were some really clever, strong women in Hollywood. I mean, I think they kind of had to be, but from Lillian Gish and Gloria Swanson on through Betty Davis, et cetera, once had the I don't know what you call it, fearful delight of taking a plane trip with them. They were very interesting people. Lauren Bacall, they lived a long life.
Yeah, you kind of were. That's why I wanted to know. You know, I'd never met her, but she was a very powerful lady in the time. So it's interesting because it's the opposite to this character. Do you see what I mean? She knew how to get her own way and survive in Hollywood to a degree.
Well, I think a lot of them did.
Yeah.
But doesn't mean it was pleasant either. You know, this notion of the casting couch, I never really saw it, but I can well imagine, because I've run across people who are so desperate to quote make it that really you could imagine them doing almost anything really once upon a time. I don't know if it's that, excuse me, stupid still, but might be.